morning, Tarkov. How are we doing today, guys? Today's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be in game just a little bit. I'm going to be going offline on Lighthouse just to tool around because I already know I already know the entire map. Like I knew it like the second day, but I'm just going to be kind of walking around doing some stuff that if any of you guys maybe haven't played it yet or deciding to stick with some other maps because you're trying to level up and stuff like that, I can do that. I can move around. I can show you guys some stuff. As well as, since it's offline, I could just stop where I am and I don't have to worry about getting killed or whatever. And if we have a big discussion, I can like tab out. We can go over somewhere. So, gonna try something new today. Gonna try something a little different. And then also today's topic is we're gonna be talking about the future from here. Interesting topic because this patch, a lot of what they've done this patch, if you've been following the game, if you've been following the development, we knew that this was coming. We just didn't think it was coming this patch. We thought it was going to be more around the launch of the game and stuff like that. So we're going to get into that today. Any questions that you guys have, we can discuss in full detail or as much detail as we possibly can. So let's get to it. All right, guys. All right, let's just chill here for a little bit. We'll let some more people jump in. And we'll see what's going on here. What parkour shortcuts are no longer doable? I actually don't know of too many that are no longer doable. I mean, really, the only one that I would ever use is the jump up onto the car for customs at the factory shortcut there. But they've actually moved that porta potty so it's closer to the car and it makes the jump easier. Or is it the car that's closer to the porta potty? I don't know. They've changed it so that it is easier to do that jump. And you can get over that wall so that you can do that shortcut if you want to do that now. The one where over on the other side, where if you're on the other side of the gas station and you want to jump up onto the pipe and then onto the rubble there and then get up to the top of the rubble and then over the barbed wire fence at that truck to get into where the unknown shack is, like that big area. That I don't know is if that is doable. There's been a couple times where I've wanted to do it, but there were people around, so I didn't do it. I don't know if that's still doable, but that's another popular one there. Generally speaking, actually, pretty much the only jump shortcuts I would ever do would be on customs. When you're like high strength and you're not very heavy, you used to be able to do the thing where you got to sprint jump, and then if you had if you were able to time the jump correctly, you could go from the secondary bunker over the wall, over that wall, and then up onto the train tracks where that one train car is, where you get the package for skier for one of the chemical missions. That little jump spot, that one's really difficult. I don't know a lot of people that do that unless you really know what you're doing. And again, that would be one that I don't know if you're going to be able to do or not, but I haven't tried it yet this wipe. It is doable. I've done this wipe. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I hope it is. I hope it's all of them. We'll see. What about pipe to tree and over fence? I think that's the one. Wait, pipe to tree. Pipe to tree and then over fence. I don't know what you're talking about. I have done the one it's harder with inertia. Okay. Are you finding loot dispersion? Loot dispersion is a little bit weird. It is a little bit weird. What parkour? Yeah, we already got that. Morning, everybody. Starting to do Lighthouse quests, and I am horrified, so this is great. Yeah. The frames are a little weird on there, guys. They had some water geometry issues, and I am willing to bet money that the rocks are also causing some problems. If you look at the rocks, the textures of them are just weird, and there is a shit ton of them. So generally speaking, I think I'm willing to bet that there's something going on with the rocks and the geometry of them and the textures that's involved with them, or something that's causing some problems. There was a lot of water involved, and they have fixed some of the water, so there's that as well. Some new changes just went through. What do we have here? All right. Breaking news. We do have some changes that just went through. Hold on a sec, guys. What do we have here? All right, we have a few changes that went through. They've increased the recoil on the 416. Golden Star Lip Balm. It looks like you lose more energy. You lose more energy when you use the Golden Star Lip Balm. Same thing with painkillers as well. Okay, so all right, so I see what they're doing here. So all painkillers, you now lose more energy when you use a painkiller, which is weird because no, see, okay, that's what. Okay, so they did this weird. So both energy and hydration. I was about to say it's weird because usually I would notice the hydration going down, but it's actually both. So, okay. So Golden Star, you're gonna lose more energy. The aniline painkillers, you're gonna lose more hydration now. Vaseline, you're gonna lose more energy and hydration. Painkillers, you're gonna lose more hydration. This is minute. It's just a little bit. It's just gonna, but I mean, if you keep using it, it'll start to add up. But it's just a little bit. CMS surgical kit. All right, so the CMS surgical kit, destroyed part, health. I gotta do some I gotta try and understand exactly what's happening here with this. Destroyed part, health. Some of it's difficult to understand sometimes. Okay. Okay, so they buffed surgical kits and they nerfed painkillers a little bit. Generally speaking, it's kind of hard to explain, but generally speaking, surgical kits, you should get more health back when you are. So if you guys understand how surgical kits work, when you use them to repair a blacked out limb, you only get a certain amount of health back. It's not the full potential. It's not the full health of that limb. And then the more that you lose that limb, it could potentially go down to like even below 10 HP for that limb if you keep losing it over and over again. So you just can't infinitely keep repairing it and keep repairing it with your surgical kit. Now, the more you level your surgery skill, that's going to change. But as of right now, they actually, I guess it would be a buff. So they buffed surgical kits a little bit so that it doesn't do so much. It does not do so much to that limb. So when you go and do surgery, you're going to get more health back for both the CMS and the Serv 12. And then now also painkillers. Painkillers are going to take away more hydration. Some of them are more energy when you use them, and then that's going to add up if you keep using it. It's only a little bit, but again, like I said, if you keep using it, if you're constantly using that stuff, it will add up, and it's gonna hurt you because you're gonna lose that hydration. And then also they increase the recoil a little bit on the 416. So that's what happened just now as we were talking. All right. Any idea why there are so many bugs this wipe? I mean, there's a lot of bugs every wipe. I mean, there's no reason. From what I can see, there's no reason to specifically say that for this wipe over any other wipe, to be honest. This is, generally speaking, this has actually been a pretty smooth one, to be honest. Do you know if Tarkov eventually going to be open world? Yes, and that's a little bit of what we were going to be talking about today. Because of what we're seeing with Shoreline and because of what we're seeing with Woods and a couple other ones, map-to-map travel should be coming in the next year. It should be coming in the next year. It was going to be part of the plan for Streets because Streets is going to be one of the entrances. Excuse me, Streets is going to be one of the entrances to labs. So some of the changes that they're doing to labs this wipe is kind of interesting because I wonder if it leads up to the point that it's going to be less people going to labs because of just purely what you're going to have to do to enter it. You can go through Streets to labs and then also Factory to labs, and then also you can exit from labs to either Streets or Factory, and then you have to exit whichever one you went to in order to actually get back to your hideout. So that's a bit of the map-to-map travel. I would expect there's going to be something between Lighthouse and Shoreline for sure because of that path to Shoreline and how open it is. And then also pretty much from Woods, what would it be? Yeah, it would be Woods all the way down to Shoreline. Should be pretty easily accessible. Woods is right on the limits of Factory, and then Factory is right on the limits of Customs. Customs is right on the limits of Reserve, and then Reserve, we all know Reserve is right there on the other limits of Shoreline. So we should be able to do a pretty good little circle there between all the maps there. And also at the top of Lighthouse there, I believe it's Customs. I believe it's up at the north there. I think you can get into Customs from there. If not, I would think it'd be Woods, and then maybe you go in from Woods up to Customs. Or from Woods through Factory and then to Customs, depending on which part you want to go through. So yeah. Can you say specific spots for hunting matches? No, because I don't have them. It's just, generally speaking, they're loose loot, and those maps that I said before are where you can find them. Hold on one sec. Where'd that go? All right, so if you guys are looking for hunting matches right now, it's customs, it's factory night specifically, woods, shoreline, reserve, and lighthouse for loose loot, but you still can find them in the containers. So those are like your gym bags, and then what else would that be? Maybe you can find them in toolboxes. I don't know if that's actually considered the same loot pool for toolboxes, so sorry if I'm wrong about that. But loose loot wise, it's customs, factory night, woods, shoreline, reserve, and lighthouse. All right, we got that going. But yeah, and then also we got some nerfs to painkillers. You're gonna lose more energy and hydration when you use them. Also, serve kits, you're gonna get more health back when you use serve kits, and they also increase the recoil on the HK416 a little bit. Just upgraded to it yesterday. Oh, you're playing 4K. Is that 4K? What is that? Or is that just like super wide? Gridimus, is that like that's like super wide, isn't it? Thanks for the videos, no problem. Have they said what makes you extract versus travel maps? It should still be the same extracts most of the time. I think there's going to be some new ones where you go underground. There's going to be a few other bunkers. There's going to be some sewage maps there's some sewage exits that you're going to go down the sewers, and eventually you'll find your way up to wherever your hideout is, and that's going to be a thing. That keeps coming up. I really have to go back and check out that video. I remember titling the video and making a thumbnail where it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with like my face or something like that, because that was confirmed. Like that was a thing. Like there's going to be manhole exits, and you're going to be able to go down into like the sewers and stuff like that. So I specifically made that thumbnail like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for like Tarkov. So I remember that being a thing. So that should be confirmed. Are you from England, Nolan, or the U.S.? I'm from New England. Does that count? I'm from the U.S. Can you play at 2K now, or is it still only made for 10? I mean, I play in 2K, and I'm doing all right. I play 2K. If you don't mind me asking, what level are you? I'm 13, man. I don't mind you asking. I'm not a gameplay guy, and in fact, this is probably the slowest I've ever done a wipe, because I know I'm going to be playing quite a lot later in the wipe. So I'm going super slow. Today I'm going to make it a priority. Yesterday I got distracted a little bit with the new season of Witcher. I just binged the shit out of the new season of Witcher yesterday. But yeah, so I'm level 13 right now. I'm going to try and get to 15, maybe 20 by tomorrow. And I don't think I'm going to go much farther than that, because the next patch that we're going to be seeing in the next couple months... Well, actually, sorry. There's going to be events going on for New Year's. There's going to be something going on with New Year's. There's also going to be Twitch drops and stuff. So I'll probably be live, and I'll probably be playing a lot during that. So it's going to be in the next 2 weeks or so here. And then coming soon after that, next month or so, next maybe 2 months, they're going to be adding the Lighthouse Trader as well as the bosses. So I know I'm going to be playing a lot for that. And then there could be some other stuff that they add in with that. They just haven't talked about it yet, but we are getting a dev stream for New Year's during the drops and stuff. They specifically said we're going to be getting a Tarkov TV dev stream for New Year's, so we're going to be getting a lot of information about what's going to be coming soon after that. So we'll see what happens with that. And I just know I'm going to be playing more this patch, so I need to get like a command for this kind of stuff, because I feel like I talk about this every day. I don't want to get burnt out on the game. I already have over 5,000 hours. People can show me screenshots. In fact, this is probably true for parts of Lighthouse, if not most of Lighthouse now even. You can show me a screenshot of a part of a map, and I'll know what map. You can show me like the corner of a room. You can show me a little bit of like the skyline, or like a specific rock, or like something, just like something random of a location. And chances are I will know exactly where that is on any map. Like I know the maps like the back of my hand. I've played the game enough, and I'm someone that gets burnt out on stuff. So I'm terrified of getting burnt out of the game. I'm playing as little as I can while still being able to get you guys the proper information that I can. So that's why it's the thing. BSG remove a lot of loot from the fleet. Will we soon have a no flea wipe? No, they're not going to get rid of the flea market. It's too integrated into stuff. I think what they're doing with the flea market is what really they want to do with it. It's like that's like the limit. It's that very high tier stuff, and kind of like what I explained it in the video yesterday was, if you ever have watched like a labs enjoyer or like a W key streamer that likes to play a lot of labs, and a lot of their stuff is like speed and PvP and stuff, literally every item that they use is because it's the best in the game for that specific reason, whether it's the best ergo, the best recoil, the best best price, best armor, best weight, something, best penetration chance on the ammo, something like that. Every single one of those items are now no longer found on the flea market, so you have to go and you have to find those items, or depending on which ones you're going to be able to find on the traders, you're going to have to play the game in order to unlock those traders and get access to those items, which is the point. You shouldn't have immediate access to everything that you want just because you have money at level 15. And I've barely played. It's just because I know loot spots. My stash is worth 17 million right now. I only have like 2 million to spend, but my stash in general is 17 million. I just checked that this morning. So if I wanted to, I could sell off a bunch of stuff and I'd have no problem buying whatever the fuck I want, and then it could snowball from there. The snowball was a significant problem. Once you hit level 15, if you have the money, which people, once you hit a certain level, you do not have trouble, you do not have problems making money once you're at a certain point in the game. That's just the thing. You just snowball from there and it doesn't stop. It just doesn't. So that's the thing, and not being able to just simply click 4 times and then have whatever the fuck you want in the game is significant, and that's leading into what the future is going to be like from here. And this is where we really find out what the game is about, because that's not a thing anymore. You have to play, you have to find items, you're going to have that surprise, you're going to be excited when you find those items, no matter what level you are, unless you play like an insane amount, like unless you play it as your job, or if you play as if you wish it was your job, like constantly, like 16 hours a day, whatever, and you just have slicks out the wazoo, and you have, all these cases and stuff like that, waiting for you to die so that you can then, keep using that gear. It's going to be different. It's going to be, holy shit, that's a slick, we need to go. Or holy shit, that's 60 rounds of 995, we need to go. That's 60 rounds of fuck, I don't know, what's the BP, that's, stuff like that. Oh, that's a really good suppressor, that's a really good optic, that's a 60 round mag, those aren't on the, that's a slick, stuff like that. Like that's a thing, that's gonna be a thing now, and it's really cool. Like that's supposed to be a thing. I think BSG is trying to get to a sweet spot, and it's also easier to tweak with traders. 100%. This is the kind of stuff that we've been talking about for years. There's people that have been original fans of the game since the implementation of the flea market. Editing and managing or balancing the economy is much, much easier with a flea market like this, because it's all around the traders and it's all around loot pools that they can access from their fucking phones. Like this is all stuff that they can get onto a spreadsheet on their phone, and they can mess with stuff like what they're doing right now with like gas analyzers and hunting matches and stuff. It should be a lot easier to find it should be a lot easier to find gas analyzers, by the way, now, guys. I'm seeing constant streams of like clips and screenshots and stuff like that of people finding them on Interchange specifically. So get to grind and Interchange, I guess. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. I feel like the music's a bit too loud. Also, yell at me if anything's ever a problem. Like if the music's too loud, yell at me, guys. But yeah, everyone with gas stands right now. Yeah. So I think that should be easier. Cheers from Argentina. Love your format. Thank you very much, Cabal. I got a dono coming in, so we'll read that if it pops up. I don't actually know if that's going to pop up or not. I know I have it set to 5 USD. Any word about DLSS? Nothing new that I've heard of as of yet.
Use Sec Microwave.
No text speech on that. Okay, sadly people are running slicks in a Golnik ammo. Just got destroyed several times. What is your view on early wipe? How long will it last? It's about now. I mean, you're going to see people with slicks in a Golnik ammo. Like, that's going to be a thing, because the thing with the Golnik is you're going to get it from Killa. So plenty of people have killed Killa by now, so you're going to see people with the Golnik. And slicks, you can find slicks in cases. So there's going to be people that if you run enough cases, or if you run enough containers, the military containers and stuff like that, also raiders, also I guess now they've changed up the loot a little bit with the rogues. Rogues are spawning with slicks now. I very well might need to make a part 2 to that farming rogues video, because a couple things have changed. But we'll see if they end up changing it. If they change like literally one more thing, I'm going to do a really quick part 2, because some stuff has changed. So there's going to be people with that. There's going to be people with thermals. There's going to be people with Killa Armor's been around since day one, because you can just get it off Killa. Tagilla Armor, you're going to find it. Like the same thing with helmet, stuff like that. It's going to be around because we're now a full week into it. There's people that are level 50. There are level 50s right now. They don't really stream or nothing I've seen. They haven't done any content really. But we're just now starting to see people in their 40s now, and the 42s and stuff. So yeah, if they play a lot, you're gonna see that. You're gonna see that from people. Scavs now friendly. Scavs now fire randomly. That's always been like that. It depends on what you're talking about. The firing randomly, it's a bit too vague. Are you talking about rogues? Sorry if you already covered this, but do they plan changing how early players scavs can get into interchange? All right, so the stuff that's going on with the early scavs, the servers were overloaded, so what they did is they turned the time down 10 minutes for most, if not all, of the raids. So for the most most played maps, they turned the timer down 10 minutes, and guess what happens 10 minutes after a raid starts? Scavs spawn in. So that wasn't changed. I don't know if they could change that. I don't know if they really should, because it still affects how quickly scav players can get in as well. So I believe that is the real reason. So they turned the timer down 10 minutes for players, or just raid timers in general down 10 minutes. And because of that, that is when player scavs come in. So that's why that's happening right now, just because there's so many people playing. This is the first weekend after the wipe, so maybe that ends after, even after today or tomorrow, because it's going to be the end of this first weekend of the wipe, or full weekend of the wipe. Maybe it goes into Christmas. I don't know. But that's the reasoning for that stuff right now. How much does Tarkov depend on memory latency? Dude, I have no idea. Only AI scavs. I see it a lot in Customs new gas station. Yeah, Cabal, that's super vague. I'm not really sure, man. Oh, what up, Bolt? Bolt, why aren't you a mod? Should I sell my green battery for 220k, or do I need it in the hideout? Green batteries are 200. Why the fuck are green batteries 220k? I think I have a couple of those. Why are they? Why are the green batteries? Explain that. Sell now, they'll be cheaper later. Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea why they would be 220k. What was it? What barter is there for it and stuff? Do you know what the watch list tab will be in the menu? Do you know what the watch list tab will be in the menu? You mean in the flea market? Like if an item goes up for sale, I would imagine that would be what the watch list is. Yeah. Greetings from Surya. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Duke. Also, any tips from losing fear from the atmosphere?
Use sec microwave.
I think there's a translation error with that, unless I'm getting something wrong. Any tips on losing fear from the atmosphere? I have no idea what you're talking about there, man. If you're talking about gear fear, I do have a couple videos talking about that. Generally speaking, it really is, it's on you, man. You just have to get into the game. You have to get comfortable with the game, and it does take time. It takes time for everybody, some shorter than others, or some not as long as others. But it really is, you're going to get it with time, and you just need to get it with confidence in the game. So you're only going to get that with gameplay. Go get into fights, go get into people's faces, and get used to like what happens when you get into a fight, and you'll go from there. Trust me, just get into the game, and it'll come to you. Yeah, like that, but not just gear, but from the noise and stuff. Yeah, it's 100% just gameplay. Just gameplay. Just get in there, get into some fights, get out there looting. It comes with time, man. It's Tarkov. It's going to happen to everybody. Hey, Hideout. Thanks for the kind words. Thank you. Atmosphere is when you climb higher altitude. Yeah, I know what the fucking atmosphere is, dude. But that's not in Tarkov. That's not a thing. But yeah. AMD bug been fixed. They tweeted earlier today saying that the issues have been resolved, and I know that they talked about that issue specifically, but they just did a blanket statement of those issues have been resolved. I don't know if they were talking about the AMD issues or if they were talking about the server issues that have popped up. I don't know. Maybe both, but that's, welcome to Tarkov. I don't know which one they're talking about there. So I seem to be able to get into the game, and other people seem to be able to get into the game, so maybe there's not any more server issues, but maybe there's still an AMD issue. Not sure yet. Not a thing. Famous last words. Nikita typing to his devs right now. Yeah, it does seem like that's happening a lot lately, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Watch list is on the bottom right and menu next to messages. All right, I'm actually in game right now, so we're gonna do this. I was gonna walk around Lighthouse a little bit. So let me go find what this watch list is. And this is gonna be a good test for stuff. Well, for first off, it's going to be a good test for my transition. Transition to the game. Let's go. All right. Watch list. Yeah, I would imagine that's like for the flea. I would imagine that's for like the flea. So if you find something that you want to use in the flea, I would imagine that's what that's for. Yeah? but I haven't heard anything of it offline. All right, guys, we're gonna run around Lighthouse offline so that I can just kind of like stop and talk if I need to, and I'm gonna show you some sneaky stuff that I haven't put into a video yet, but I'm sure people will at some point. You have any clue when they will do that fix with the loyalty player loss? You should be getting compensated soon. That's what they said. You should be getting compensated for that soon. Chemical Part 4 should be fixed. I did see one comment from somebody saying that it wasn't fixed. I feel like that's always a thing. I feel like there's always somebody that they probably didn't even go into the game yet and they just are talking shit. So I don't actually know, but I don't think it's a problem anymore. I think they mean wish list on the fleet. They said watch list bottom right main menu. That was it, right? And I haven't heard anything about that. I would imagine it's for the flea though. I would imagine it's if you're looking for some specific thing on the flea, you put it in there and that is what will pop up. Am I on Twitch? No, I'm gonna be sticking with YouTube for quite a while here. Also, guys, this is like sorry, except for the R700 because I just like this new optic. I wanted to take out this new optic. This is definitely going to be the best optic in the game, hands down. This new Vortex. It is very nice. But generally speaking, this has been my go-to kit for pretty much this whole wipe so far. This is just like not a scav gun. If you find a proper AK-74, you put the little grip on there. You got a flashlight. You might get lucky with a dovetail, good red dot like that one. And then you find some level 4s, maybe some level 3s, and then you try to loot as much good ammo as you can. You got, BP's not great, but you know it's not a gold neck or nothing. But this is like what I go to, and I can run this as long as I fucking want. I can run this as long as I want. So that's like my little go-to. And then these are my stats. Stirrup, I was doing so well until Stirrup, and then also I was trying to repair the control panels on Factory, and people really wanted their PMC kills. So I think I got 9 of my deaths just from Stirrup and trying to repair those fucking control panels. But otherwise, it's actually really good wipe. I've been surviving a lot. I've been doing really well. Like I said, Stash is doing very well. You can't see that from here. But Stash is doing super well. It's like a $17-18 million stash. I don't know why does that change? If that's the cost of your stash, but you're in raid, why does that change? And is everything worth 2 mil on me right now? I can see why maybe it's 2 mil though. Actually, what the fuck? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm doing so far. We're just gonna walk around and interchange, and I'll talk to you guys. It's my second wipe though. I don't know what you're talking about. Have you been struggling this wipe thus far? No, I haven't been struggling. Stirrup took me a little while. For some reason, I decided to do Stirrup early. Usually, I wait until I can get the Glock 18 to do Stirrup, but I figured there was a lot of people running around on Factory, so I went and did Stirrup, and I died a whole bunch of times. And then also, I was trying to do the control panels, and I also died a whole bunch of times. If we get you a nice cheese tray for your green room, will you please consider hosting Ice Road Truckers? Man, I remember you talking about this stuff. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. I'm not gonna be doing Ice Road Truckers or whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. I already got that. So chill with that. You asked that a couple times, so stop with that. Guys, we're offline, so go ahead and keep asking questions. We'll talk. This is one of the main things I wanted to talk about here. Oh, once I get up. So these rocks actually extend all the way up to the rock slide and to the south exit. So when you're leaving and you're trying to get to the south exit, make sure you're looking up into the rocks because there are definitely going to be people up there. Also, these little guys right here are all over the place. And I usually try to run kind of like one of these kind of deals, and then up here, and then out for the south exit over there. But we're working on a map for all the hidden stashes, and there's usually some pretty good stuff. Usually some okay stuff there. I have Tarkov music in the background. Yeah, I do. I can turn that off, I guess. But we're offline. It's not really. All right, this is another good spot right here. Toolbox right there. Sometimes I'll find grizzlies just sitting right here. But we also have this case right here. Grenade box. Med books. I think there's some other hidden stashes around here too, but I don't know them off the top of my head yet. I'm not exactly grinding hidden stashes. Ice Road Trucker guy. Yeah, you're good. Ice Road Trucker guy. You'll find rare stuff. Like I said, you will find rare stuff on this seat, as I find one of the most rare items in the game, the lion here. So yeah, you'll find rare items on this chair here, so check out that. I'm gonna ditch that so I'm not heavy. But yeah, check out that seat just above the helicopter crash. And then this guy's in the open, but dead scav loot is some of the most interesting. So this guy's got some interesting stuff sometimes. Like I said, some interesting stuff sometimes with the streamer item there. Also, this is funny. It's like Chair that's watching a helicopter crash, and then this guy crashed his ATV. Like, there's a lot of story. There's like a lot of lore to this map, to like what's going on this map. It's funny. A lot more armors, especially the 3M. It's been spawning in the village. Yeah, they've been messing with stuff like that for the task items, the quest items and stuff. But just in general, something that I'm also working on is, since they've removed these items from the flea market, we are starting to see generally more of them pop up in like weapons cases, and it could be because people are checking the weapons cases more often because they're not able to get them off the flea market. But I found an RSAS very quickly after they made those changes about taking RSASs and all the other guns off the flea market. So I'd make sure that you check. I'd make sure that you check gun cases more often. So check these guys. Also, there's a good med spawn that happens right there. So dead scav loot right here. I found a tank battery sitting right here. I found my tank battery sitting right here. So if you guys are looking for tank batteries, right there. And we're coming up on the southernmost villa. And this is really, like, this is what made me want to do this today. Whenever you guys are around here, check right here. And that is why, there's another good one. This body, you get bitcoins and you get, like, other rare items, like, on, like, literally, oh, there we go, see? Like, you get rare items on this body. Sometimes it spawns on, like, his ear, too. You'll find, like, bitcoins and stuff. And also, the items stay in place. So the body is, like, floating, but the item will stay in place. So wait until the body actually goes, actually all the way down for its animation, and then you'll find nifty stuff like this just chilling on them. Fortunately, you can't open that box, so that's a bit weird. So check that body, and do not. Oh, actually, wait. While we're here, nightstands. Yeah, nightstands right there. Check those, and then over here. Check these nightstands when you come through here. You gotta watch out with this one, though. Actually, I don't check that too often, but that's a nice little one there. I was thinking of the wrong room, too. I'm thinking of over here. Be careful with this room, because a lot of people like to, like, kind of... I've been actually shot at so many times for some reason in this room specifically. I don't know if it's because people like to chill over here or what, but just generally in this direction, there's just a lot of people that just find me when they're coming up that road or something like that. So be careful with this. So you got that nightstand there, you got the table there. Sometimes we'll get some good stuff, and then also nightstands in here. Check these, and then the med bag. Do not leave this building until you check this chair. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything good here, but I found vertexes. I found all of that crazy shit, like crazy like lab stuff on this chair. Do not leave this building until you check this chair right here. Period. I have found so much crazy shit there. Fortunately, not right now, but I'm telling you right now, here's the kitchen for the southernmost villa. Do not leave this area until you check this chair. Period. And there's also a bunch of other stuff, but that's like what I wanted to talk about for that one. Well, how about you? I'm 13. I'm 13. I'm not a gameplay guy. Already had that discussion like 6 times, so I'm not going to go into it again. But probably going to be playing as I go into it again. Probably going to be playing a hell of a lot more later in the wipe, and I don't want to get burnt out. So when I'm going to get to like probably 25, 30 or something like that, and then really take a chill pill. And then when they drop the trader and when they drop the new bosses, I'll start to play more often. But I'm not your gameplay guy. There's plenty of people for gameplay. I'm your information guy. The garage is good too, but a lot of people already know about the garage. I'm just talking about stuff where I find crazy stuff. This garage is cool too sometimes, like right here. This shelf. Check this shelf right here. I don't know why, but that one's crazy. Sometimes you'll find good stuff over here. Like, that's okay too. But for some reason, I keep finding cool shit on the shelf, so check that shelf. Again on the bar. Where's the bedroom in here? Was it this one? Nope, 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 nope. Oh, there it is, right there. Got a little wine cellar going on down there, and then up here, there's another one. Okay, here we go. Yep. Check that. Safe right there, but you need a key for it. Check that. All this right here. Check all that shiz. Oh, I'm in the wrong villa. I think I'm in the wrong villa. There was... I'm going to actually walk back up there since we're talking. Also, guys, hit me with... keep hitting me with questions. This is offline. I'm just showing you some shit. I wanted to see what the game... how the gameplay or how the game runs with... I always think that's real. How the game runs with my stream setup. So this is what I wanted to do today. If you got a question, do @NiceGuyTarkov so it's easier to see. Last thing with the villas is at the other place. I know that there's lots of other stuff here, but just generally speaking, I was trying to show off some stuff that I don't usually see people go up to, so I wanted to show that other one. Anyone else only getting 144p for the stream? What's my favorite map? My favorite map right now is Lighthouse. Like, I'm really liking Lighthouse. But still, I would say probably... Interchange is up there, and Reserve is up there for a couple of my favorite maps. Customs is really good, too. I do like Customs. The game runs quite well. All right, cool. I wanted to see how it ran with my current settings, so. I heard they only have 1080p texture files right now. Do you know if that is true? So that's kind of what I was talking about. Like, it's just, generally speaking, it's just weird. I mean, that doesn't look too bad, but there's just some weird textures that we were seeing with the rocks in general. So if you know, if it was possible, I would bet money that they had like some of this stuff. Yeah, like it just looks, it's just a bit off. It's just a little weird, some of the textures. So especially with jagged stuff like this, and where there's so much of this rock just on the map, like all this stuff around here, I'm willing to bet that they had some texture problems with frames. All right, we're back in the other villa, but it's because I missed this one spot over here. It is over here. You go all the way top floor with this one. All the way up here. I keep expecting to find meds here, but I never find, like, oh, BS is good, but I keep thinking I would find meds there, but I don't. This right here. So I don't know why. So here it is again. I don't know why, but I'm finding like crazy like military tech on this shelf right here. And then sometimes there's some crazy stuff on the other shelves too, but then also right here, and then we got this case right here. And then sometimes again, like I said, on the pool table itself. But no shit, just that shelf right there. For some reason, I'm finding crazy shit right there. So yeah, they're fucking with us with the loose loot this time around for sure. No, you like that because I've been walking around a lot. I want to play Lighthouse more, but I get 30 frames per second. Yeah, you're not alone. I'm seeing a lot of complaints. And again, guys, do not leave this building unless you check this chair. Do not leave this building unless you check that chair. And then also, again, with the shelf up there is pretty good too. And then the last thing that, which we already checked out earlier, was this body right here. Check that body. Get some good shit. So, yeah. Boop. Also, with this crazier rock stuff, you can kind of get away with some of this stuff too. Where you kind of like move into the rock while you're falling. On Lighthouse, it looks more like they didn't have time to texture the stuff properly. I mean, it's not necessarily a time thing because it's copy paste texture. That's not a thing. If they had time to texture, I don't know, fucking the roads. If they have time to texture, you know, the houses and shit like that, they should be able to have time to texture a fucking rock. Like, it's not difficult. Plus, there's plenty of rocks already in the game. I would just go out and say, even to maps compared, even to a map like Shoreline. This is the most kind of like jagged rocks that we've ever seen in a map. And, in fact, like, I wonder if we could just do this. Like, I'm willing to bet that it's something to go on with the rocks, and we could probably test this right now. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. I could be wrong, but we do something like this. I don't know. We get 125. Actually, no, it drops when it comes down here. So maybe it's the grass. Good thing I'm not a bending man because I was wrong, it looks like. Unless it's because it's already loaded in. Generally speaking, if it was a rock problem, if you did something like this, your frames would be lower, but there's not a lot going on in the scene. And then you do this. Although there is a lot more off in the distance now. I don't know. I'll ask Veritas. I thought that was going to be pretty conclusive. We used to do that with what was it? With blah, 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 blah. Shoreline. That used to work with Shoreline. And then also there's a couple other games that works, but I guess not. We'll see my frames go up and down as we go through. Also, this is offline, so this is generally not the same frames that most people would get. You might see the stream is blurry because it might be an internet thing. Also, why I wanted to go in the game today, because it's really going to be using up the bitrate. It's more about the geometry meshes for the rocks. They look like they were not meshes, but drawn geometry, much like the ground of maps. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like there's something up with. I mean, it's been years since I was on a dev team, but I feel like, actually, sorry, not for this point. I was on a team where that was a problem, like because the rocks were so crazy and the textures on them and the geometry of them was too much. It dragged too much. But I mean, it's not the same engine, it's not the same game, it's not the same stuff going on with it. So I just knew that could be a problem at some point. Where am I going? We're gonna go on a little bit of a trek over here. Why I have Lighthouse Quest as bear, if I'm not able to do it. Of course you can still do it, you just need to stay away from, in fact, I can show you this too. You just need to stay, the scavs aren't on, like I don't have any of the bosses or the scavs on. Also, if you guys do want to fuck with the rogues are considered bosses, so you need to turn bosses on in order to like fuck with them in offline. And this is how you do that right here with bears. But you gotta watch out for people ambushing you. Also, I might step on a mine. They might not start until I get up over there. You are totally able to do them as a bear. So a bit of lore with this map is, I guess there was some kind of shipwreck or something, because all the way up the coast you're gonna find containers and stuff. You're gonna find like little containers and stuff for stuff like off of the shipwreck. Or something that just washes up on the shore. I'm not sure what. But yeah, all up and down the shore. It's interesting. I think they did that on purpose because bears were gonna. This is gonna be like the bear highway, basically. Or rather, I'm waiting for the quest overhaul. Quest overhaul for what? Honestly, this patch is dope, but I think I want a big quest overhaul. Also, very excited. Yeah, you got it. You're gonna have to give me details on what you mean by quest overhaul because they kind of already did it this patch. They already changed a lot about the quest this patch. So yeah, this is Bear Highway over here. You just go down by the coast and you're gonna be able to miss all those guns and stuff. Oh, wrong way on that one. Go around the left though, not this way. Because you still got that guy. You still got that guy that might be able to get you. it just me, or has the terrain on the west side of Shoreline changed since before the patches? No, it did. It did. They messed with it and they opened it up for path to Shoreline. So when they start doing the map to map travel shit, that's what's gonna be going on with that. This is offline, but generally speaking, like, I do get pretty good frames. Where is going to be that in-game trader? In-game trader is going to be the Lighthouse Island, with the long pier. Gonna be that. It's gonna be that island out there. He's gonna be on that island, and then you have to bring a key or whatever it's gonna be, to access him. There's gonna be something special that you have to do to access him. Have you tested if they fixed being able to shoot lights in the resort? They did touch Shoreline after all. I might check myself later. I have no idea. I didn't test that myself. I think rogues should spawn in train as well. Maybe. Also, again, I'm doing this wrong. You have to be down here if you're a bear. You have to be down here because you can't let those. Although, I mean, I still wouldn't risk it, but you got the western building there. The only gun that would be able to see you is the GMG that's like on the corner of that building right there. I think that's it right there. That would be the gun that's able to see you. But if you just stick down by the coast, you can get through. And then as you get farther up here, eventually this guy right here, where is he? There's a gun right there that's going to be able to see you right there. Tough to see with the trees though. But yeah, that's the Bear Highway. And you should be good. Yeah, you should be good from here. There is that one gun that's facing this direction on the roof right there for west, but that's it. After that, after this, you're golden. That should be your Bear Highway right there. The path to Shoreline extract being always open feels wrong because I can extract in under 1 minute. Is this something to expect with map-to-map travel? The path to Shoreline extract being always open feels wrong because I can extract in under 1 minute. I mean, there's lots of maps that you can say that. If you make that a priority to get over there in under a minute, sure, you can do that. You can also do that on reserve. You can do that on not customs. You can do that on obviously factory. You could do it on interchange if you wanted to. Like, there's plenty of stuff that can happen. Also, yeah, if you're a bear, don't jump out here when you're a bear because that's the gun right there. Where is he? Right there somewhere. He's right there. Not loading in for me? Where is he? That's him right there. That's the gun. It's tough to see with the trees. That's your boy right there, so you gotta be careful. But, so you come all the way down the coast here, you use these rocks. I would say don't test your luck. Try your best not to show up as much as possible. Because you're going to have the GMG that's on a building. It's on the north building for the water treatment plant, and then also this west building where you've got this boy right here facing this direction, and then also the other boy facing that direction. So be careful with that. But you got north exit up here. This was the other kind of loot area that I wanted to show you guys because I'm finding stuff up here constantly, and I think I already got everything that I need, so I don't have to worry about people knowing about it. It's this building right here. Also, yes, that is North Extract. That is I forgot the name of it. Northern Checkpoint. That's Northern Checkpoint right there. And then up here, we got Armor Train. But this building right here, this building is real nice. You got little shelf points right here. You got stuff that can spawn up here. You got another little shelf point right there where you're going to find lots of these motherfuckers. Lots of thermite. Lots of, like, TNT and stuff. And then there goes all my stamina and shit. Right on time. But yeah, we got a toolkit right there. Or toolbox, I mean. Check all the top of stuff. Check on the top of these boxes there. Check on the top of these. Check the shelves. Jacket, check those shelves. Check down right here. Another thermite right there. You're gonna find like thermite, TNT, like mechanical loot, technical loot, some Keck tape, and a tube up here. Another toolbox there. So there's that, and then sometimes on stuff like here, you check up here, you're gonna find lots of shit. You're gonna find lots of shit like thermite and the TNT, and then like I said, the tech loot and the mechanical loot. And then down here, if I can stay alive long enough, find like ammo and stuff on this one right here. And you got a bag back here. See if we can find a drink real quick. Nope. Stuff on these right here. This right here. And then last but not least, again, more like ammo and stuff on these boxes right here. So those are like the little things that, and there are some scattered boxes and stuff along these destroyed like containers and stuff over here. Generally speaking, if you guys find, and you'll find drinks and stuff on these too, but I mean, there's just drinks and stuff for those. Generally speaking, if you find like kind of boxes just kind of chilling, like this box specifically, or military boxes just kind of chilling in random places around the map, just look on top of them. Chances are you're going to find something good on there eventually. Like here's another one over there too. Like stuff like these wooden boxes, they do tend to spawn some stuff on them sometimes. So just kind of look on top of stuff like that. And yeah, so this building, and then what I showed you before with the valuable loot spawns with the nightstands and that body, and a couple of the hidden stashes. We're still trying to find the hidden stashes. I missed one that when we were down by the coast over there. There's that destroyed building down at the coast. There's another stash underneath there. And you find some interesting stuff in there. And then the villas in general, that seat that I talked about, don't leave that kitchen unless you check the seat. And yeah, that's what I wanted to kind of like show off. Can you show that giving tree you talked about in your video? I already passed it. Sorry, bud. Maybe we can get lucky with another spawn. It's really simple to find. There's a rock slide between that first villa and the roadway, and there's a little bit of a gap. There's a little bit of area down there. Where there's like a light post that's coming out of it too, and there's a gym bag down there. If we get lucky with a spawn, I'll show it real quick. But we're ending the stream. We're coming up to the end of the stream here. We'll show it real quick if I get a good spawn with that. But generally speaking, I'm not completely certain anymore that it's a giving tree, but I find good stuff in there all the time, and it's always unlooted because no one ever looks down there. We'll see if we get lucky. Do we know if night raids will get touched? The super bright moon light that kicks in instantly doesn't seem right. I actually haven't played a night raid yet, so I'll check that out. I'll take a note of that. I guess I just like the linear one side. Oh my god, it's raining. We'll turn it down. See if I got a lucky spawn here. What would you say the best way to level up Peacekeeper? I'm struggling with him at level 22. I got him level 1 right now. Do you mean money? What do you mean by level him up? Do you mean money? Spend money with him? Oh, is this the... No, it's not. I'm above the plan here. No, this is a bad spawn. I'm on the other side of the swamp. So, not a good spawn, and it's raining. Damn, that's foggy as shit. So those are the swamp buildings right there. That's path to shoreline right there. And then we've got the other building, little village area there. The villas are over there, and then water treatment is right here. But yeah, bad spawn. But we'll leave it at that. But yeah, guys. Boop, boop, boop. When do you think the performance is going to be optimized? Well, they tried to work on the performance as much as possible, but the thing with that is there's always things that are changing the game and how you interact with it. There's features that are going to be changing that are going to mess with the core code and stuff like that. There's always stuff that's happening that changes that stuff. So the final prep and the final like performance and optimization stuff like that, it's not going to come until around launch. Generally speaking, this is probably about the the height of really what you would see. Otherwise they're wasting time. Really, they can't really super optimize every patch because you would otherwise have those guys working on something new for new features and stuff like that. So yeah, expect you to be a higher level. I'm not a gameplay guy. I've already said I really need to make a command for this. I get burnt out on games, and I've specifically tailored my channel to information that I don't necessarily need to be a high level for. I'm doing like news and stuff, so whenever they talk, and I did this obviously very much on purpose, because I don't need to play the game too much. I don't need to worry about burning myself out. I don't need to worry about server problems on day one like what we had. Like if I was a gameplay guy and I couldn't get into the game for 6 hours, I'd be shitting myself. Like I'm sure a bunch of people were, but I didn't need to worry about it too much. I could still get a good video out even without having to play the game, and I did that on purpose. So I don't worry about playing the game too much. I don't worry about super high level, and you know, I'm still sitting pretty here. Like I have no problems with it. Here, we'll show this real quick. Like I'm good. I've had no problems whatsoever. So it's not like I feel the need to play. Another thing too, and then there's my stats and stuff. 17 million fucking ruble stash. Stirrups, I actually was surviving really well. This is actually one of my better wipes in terms of surviving, with just like a kit like this. But Stirrup hit me pretty hard, and then also fixing the control panels in factory hit me pretty hard. But otherwise, I'm doing actually really well. I got a lot of kills, and I'm doing pretty well, generally speaking. But yeah, and I got lucky with one of these finds on interchange, or one of the interchange boxes. That was literally the day they took them off the flea market. I found one of these bad boys, so that's going to be going to Gunsmith later down the line. But yeah, I'm purposely not a gameplay guy because I know I'm going to get burnt out. I already have over 5,000 hours in this game. It's insane. Like I've already played this game to the roof. So I want to play as little as I possibly can up until release, because I know I'm going to be playing a shit ton at release. So that's just my decision. That's what I'm doing. You mentioned before you was a developer, not for BSG, but I worked in games. Yes. I think they made a secret buff to Lighthouse loot. I have found 4 in-range GPUs and 2 military tank batteries in the rogue area. The rogue area itself is very good. There's just a lot of crazy stuff in the rogue area. Once we get a little bit of a team together with some stuff, we're gonna start farming those. I already talked to Clean and Jesse. We're gonna get a cleanup crew going for the rogues, and we're gonna really start farming that stuff. Should be fun. It's gonna be months till we can try the 7.62 Scar and G28. No, it's not, because you can find them in boxes. Literally, guys, go on interchange. Go through the. I was thinking I was gonna make this a video now with this new loot system and how they're not gonna be on the flea market. But there is I think there's something ridiculous. Like there's something like 16 weapon crates that you can very easily get on interchange if you just run through the garages and you know where they are and you know where to get. It's like something stupid like that. You're gonna find lots of parts. You're gonna find lots of suppressors, lots of guns and stuff. So I'm gonna be checking that out today. Also, before we do get out, guys, there was some changes this morning because we're going to be ending here in a sec. There was some changes this morning. Painkillers are going to remove more hydration and energy from you when you use them. It's not like a bulk thing. It's just going to, if you constantly are chewing on those painkillers or drinking or whichever painkiller, or injecting whichever painkiller is your choice of painkiller, it's going to remove more hydration and energy from you. And then also the serve kits. The serve kits are going to bring back more health on average when you use them to whatever limit you're using it on. And then also the HK 416 had its recoil increased a little bit. So that was some stuff that went through today. But other than that, yeah, that was. I just wanted to see what my game looked like actually on stream. I'm gonna go check out the VOD. And again, if you guys are watching right now, you are going to be able to watch the VOD. But otherwise, you're gonna find this on the second channel. I'll link that up in the Discord, and I'll also tweet it out later today. VOD's gonna be on the second channel, and I might do. Speaking of gameplay, I might do a bit of gameplay on the second channel as well while I'm testing some settings for gameplay and stuff in general, because that second channel is going to be a lot of live streaming going on there. Not so much Tarkov. If I'm going to be playing Tarkov, it's going to be on here. But otherwise, VODs and streams and stuff like that is going to be on the second channel, because YouTube does not like VODs. It does not like long videos on this channel. So I want to primarily, if there's going to be a video on this channel, it's going to be about news, and it's going to be about the shit that you guys always see on here. It's not going to be like different, really any different at all. But yeah. So check out the Discord. Discord's been doing really well. If you guys are looking for people to play with, we got a cool LFG on there if you're looking for new people to play with. And otherwise, that's going to do it for today, guys. I might have a video up later talking about that loot and talking about like the future of the game a little bit and stuff like that with what's going on with the economy and stuff like what we talked about today. Otherwise, you can catch me here again tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern U.S. time. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. No, the clown's not coming back. The clown's not coming back. We need to figure out something else for a bet too. If I end up doing something like that, we need to figure out something else for a bet. But anyway, guys, thank you guys very much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. And I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.